Hi there, it's Darina from Darina's Craft, and today I'm going to show you how to make this 3D orchid paper flower. This paper flower was inspired by my blooming orchids, which are super gorgeous this year, and I was watching at this orchid and try to replicate this nature's wonder. I made a template, cut it out, and assembled this flower from two different types of cardstock. Stay with me, I'm going to show you step by step how to make it. To make this orchid, you may download the template at my website www.darina'scrafts.com. Direct link is below the video, so check it. To make it, we're gonna need embossing set, distress ink or some other ink, a sponge, any stamp. I use different one, not this one, and a hot glue gun. So let's get started. I already cut out all the details in my silhouette cameo, but this template is super easy to cut just using your scissors. So you may just print out the template, the PDF file, and then just cut out. Here are all the details. First, I'm going to ink them. I'm using these tiny stamps, and I'm working from the middle towards the edges, creating this semicircles line. You see, in the orchid, in the real orchid, it's a little bit darker in the middle, and then it's lighter towards the edges. That's what I was trying to make in the large petals and then in the smaller ones. As for the middle one, see, it's a little bit darker. That's my orchid. So I'm changing my my stamp to the bigger ones and stamp those middle pieces to make them darker. And here I'm working on both sides. After that, what I'm doing is just I'm trying to make depth using this distress ink. I'm working around the edges, and then I'm inking the petals in the middle as well to create the dimension effect on the petals. And I'm working on all the details. It's three small petals that goes underneath, and this is the cone. It will go on top. You may want to use or may don't want to use it. It's up to you, because orchids are all different. Mine are with this cone. So I'm inking the bigger petals, using with the larger strokes and applying more pressure, because usually these large petals are darker than the bottom ones. And as for the small centerpieces, I will be working on them really hard to distress them, because this is the main central part that catches your eye when you look at them. When you look at the real flower, it's the center, which is usually very dark or very bright. That's why I'm inking the edges and all around them and on both sides. And this is the central part and I'm carefully inking the tendrils. And here you can see a small circle. It will not be seen on the assembled flower, but I decided to get it as well. So just to be sure. Now it's time to work on my petals to create the crease lines, those streak lines, and for that I'm using some underlayer and place it under the petals. The mouse pad will be best to use. I'm taking my embossing tools, and I'm using the thinnest one or one of the thinnest to create those streak lines. Then I'm taking foam, or again you may use mouse pad, and I'm starting working from the center with the biggest round top and working towards the edges to create a shape of a petal. And then when I'm done with the center, I'm changing my tool to the smaller one and working around the edges. And after that, I work in the center and where the streaks meant to be. And then I'm just using, you may use any pen or pencil to fold a little bit this petal. This is the central petals, the central top petal. Here I'm making those streaks, one central and then semicircles in the middle, and then I'm changing the tool and working around the edges. And when I'm done working with around the edges, I'm working around the center and then towards the edges to make those streak tools, and then those streaks. And then I'm trying to shape it a little bit using my pen, but it's not the pen, it's my silhouette tool. But anyway, and it's the one of the bottom petals. It has a different shape. So when I'm creating the streaks, I'm trying to follow the shape. It's not that straight as you may see in the top petal. The rest is easy. The rest is looks like the work with all other petals. And then I'm creating a shape. This is the central piece. Here's the thing. First, you're gonna need to fold them, and then to turn them around, and to fold the smaller petal in the middle. Here I'm working around the edges of the bigger petal, and then in the center toward the edges. Then I'm turning around it, and I'm doing pretty much the same with the smaller petal. See, but it's turned around, and then I'm turning around it again and apply some pressure just in the center, so it creates like a boat shape. Here you can see it one more time while I'm working on the other petal. So first around the edges of the bigger petal, then in the center, from the center towards the edges. Then I'm turning around and working around the small petal. The same way, turn around again and put a pressure in the center. And it's the last part of the petals in the center. Here I'm just shaping it just a little bit and carefully trying to shape these tendrils. They're very delicate, so you want to apply just a little bit of pressure. And here again I'm working around the edges first, then I'm creating the center, and apply a little more pressure in the center to make this shape. Now it's time to assemble the flower. Here I'm gonna need hot glue gun to assemble it as fast as possible. First I'm applying 2 bottom petals, then the top petal, now it's time for the bigger petals, placing them in the center, one and the other the same way. And here is this bottom piece. I'm gluing the bottom this first to the center. Now it's time to make this cone. I'm taking the detail for the cone and form it, and then glue down and put those triangles in the center and glue them directly to the center of my flower. Here it's done, and now it's time to assemble those small parts. See, I'm applying just a tiny dot of glue to assemble these two parts in the middle, and then glue them directly to the bottom of the cone. The last part is to glue down a small circle on top of the cone. You may put a pearl here, a pearl or a rhinestone. It depends on what you want. Now the flower is ready. I hope you like it, and I hope you will try to make this. It can be a nice present itself, or you may put it on top of the real flower when you're presenting a real orchid plant, or on top of a box. Anyway, or you may use it assembling a bouquet. See how delicate it is, and it really looks like my real orchid. So download the template at my website www.darinascrafts.com and try to make this orchid or any other template you may find there at my website. And thank you for watching. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel for more paper crafting ideas and templates.